The Somers Tuskers come into this matchup at 2-5-1 on the season, coming off a close loss versus Booster as they take on the Yorktown Huskers, debatably the biggest rival school for the Tuskers, as the Huskers come into this matchup coming off their first loss of the season versus Mayor Pack. Tuskers, as they are going to take on each other in flag football, and as Yorktown and Somers getting ready for this one, it's going to be an exciting one as the teams are going to head out there and we are going to get started. I'm Benny Silk. I'm going to be calling this game for you today. And now out there to start it off is going to be the Huskers out on offense. So handoff there to start it off. Handoff there, still in. And for the first one to start off, that was number 55 with the one for the Huskers. That's Costello with the one, and it's gonna be enough for a first down, and we're set and ready to start off as it's a 4:30 on a Friday afternoon here at Somers High School. So here are some players to look out for today on the Tuskers. So we got Talia Antonecchia, quarterback. She has been passing very well this season. Got Morgan Kaufman, wide receiver, has been important as a wide receiver this season. Julia Schmidberger, wide receiver, also has been key on defense this past season. We have Kara Persico, has been getting a lot of yardage on like ones and some pass catches as well. And then Amanda Dustin has been amazing on the line as we're back. 25 hands it off to, but the Huskers hands it off to, that is going to be number 14 for the Huskers, which is Wiley. So Wiley on the one there makes it. It's going to be second and about 4 to go till the next first down. Now looking onto the Tuskers defense, a few players to keep an eye out for. We got Olivia Wygran, Becca Lapolis, Angelina Wone. And in this matchup, defense is key in this one, as they need to play a tough defense, and and pulling flags, as the Huskers do have a big one game. We already could see that already today. So a big loss there is going to make it third. A big loss as the Tuskers defense is able to show up there. What a play by them, as that's going to move them back, and it's going to be third now and about 14. What a play by the Tuskers defense to push them back, as they're going to line back up now. Third and 14. Back to throw, 25, who is in as quarterback. Gonna keep it. A flag is gonna be pulled. That is by Harris of the Tuskers. Harris is gonna pull number 25 of the quarterback. That's Marcelo's flag out, and that's gonna make it 4th and 20. So the 4th and 19. So the Tuskers defense really showing up here to start off this one, as it's been a phenomenal first drive, as they have been able to stop the Huskers, making it 4th down, and now it looks like they are going to punt. Tuskers defense had a phenomenal game last game, especially in the second half, as they shut out. As in the first half they were down 26-0, but in the second half they allowed Booster to score 0 points, and yeah, they have been playing phenomenal, and they have continued that into this game as they stop Yorktown on that first drive. As now out come Antonecchia and the Tuskers, as we'll see what they're gonna come out and do here. It's gonna be 1st and 10 as the ball lands at the 31. So it's gonna be 1st and 9 is where they're gonna start off, as they're gonna discuss the play. So Tuskers gonna line up now. Antonekia in as quarterback. Also out there we have Persico. We got Schmidtberger out there as receiver. Persico in receiver formation. It's a fake handoff to Harris. Finds Morgan Kaufman there, and her flag still has not been pulled. Still going, and her flag looks to finally have been pulled, but they may be calling it back. But regardless, that was, as it looked at, was a great play by Kaufman. Almost ecstatic. Looks like Somers is going to be moving close to that spot, as that's going to be a big first down for the Tuskers. First down, and it's going to be first. Yeah, a big gain by Kaufman there, as they're going to pass it to the next first down, and looks like there's going to be a penalty that adds a bit of more yards onto that one in addition to. So a big gain and catch by Kaufman to give the Tuskers good position, and then in addition, because of the penalty, that moves the Tuskers up more. So as the ref moves them up, so the Tuskers, it's gonna be first and goal. 20 less than 20 yards to go as the handoff, 15 yards to the end zone. Persico rolling, and flag's gonna be pulled about 5 yards after. They're gonna move them up. They wind up marking it about 2 yards. So Tuskers lining back up now. Antonekia back with it, back to throw. Finds Kaufman, and our flag is gonna be pulled right before the end zone. So it's gonna be third and gonna be about 5 yards till the next one. So Tuskers back lining up. They're driving down the field. The Tuskers have had a phenomenal start to this one, as they have shown up on defense and on offense in this one, as it's pass, and it's going to be dropped by Kaufman, making it a fourth down. So fourth down now. So they may do it, because in flag football there are no field goals, so they obviously have to go for it. And if there's no, obviously you're not going to punt here, because if you don't get it, you'd give the Huskers pretty bad field position still. So they're going to go for it here, and they could try doing a short pass or a one fine Persico. There's a lot of great options here, as Tuskers are going to discuss their play and line back up. So we got Schmidtberger going out to the left. Good formation here. It looks like Schmidtberger may won the route out to the left, or inside. We've got Harris out there as well, as Antonekia finds Persico going, and her flag is gonna be pulled, and that is gonna be a turnover on downs, as the Huskers are now gonna come on out and take over. So the Huskers now head back out. They are still a 0-0 game, as the Huskers come on the field as with offense. So out there now, so you got like 30 now out there as quarterback in formation for the QB. Number 30, that is Leonardo, as she's going to keep it rolling. Still rolling, as there goes Leonardo, still in. Leonardo's flag is going to get pulled, but it's going to be a gain of at least 25 yards, and that will be more than enough for a first down. They're saying, actually, it was pulled more far back than I thought it was, so it's going to wind up being less yardage as the Tuskers were able to pull it out both forehands. So it's going to be 1st and 15. Still a first down, but more yards to go to the next first down as it was pulled. So it's going to be 1st and 15 now as the Huskers are going to line back up. Moving for number 1. Handoff finds number 1. Rolling, and the flag is going to be pulled, making it 2nd down, and it's going to wind up gaining about 2 to 3 yards. Number 1 at Mount Carlo gets the one there for the Tuskers and for the Huskers, and for the Huskers, it's going to make it a 2nd down. So 2nd and about 11 to go as they're going to line back up. It looks like we got number 30 in quarterback formation. We got 14 back there as well of Wiley, number 30 of Leonardo as she's going to keep it. Flag still not pulled. Pass, short underhand pass to 14 and multiple flags now on the field. We'll see what they're going to call here. And just an FYI for the clock is about 20 seconds behind as it is screenshot of the clock from Local Live. So it's about 20 seconds behind the actual clock. So with that, it's going to be a penalty on the Tuskers, and that's going to move the Huskers up, giving them a first down, and it's going to be 1st and 14 now. 1st and 13 as they move it up one for the Huskers, working together there as 30 back out there as the quarterback. Back to throw 30, finds 12, backwards lateral to number 14 there, able to gain a few more yards, and that's going to be enough for the first down. So first down, no, it will not be enough for the first down. So it's going to be 2nd and about 8 to go. Huskers lining back up now. We got 55 movement around as it's going to be a 30's going to keep it rolling down. There goes 30, and flag's going to be pulled out there. So the Huskers have been working well together on this drive as they are been able to get another first down there as they're working well to get down the field. So now first down and 19 as 30's going to keep it. Rolling, and our flag's going to be pulled by the Tuskers right around the 10-yard line. So we're going to mark it the 12th as it's going to be 2nd and 12 to the goal. As the Huskers now are driving down the field. And let's take a look back at that first drive. Unfortunately, Tuskers weren't able to get in, but they worked very well together, getting down the field, finding the right receivers, and Antonecchio was able to find the right receivers, and they worked really well. And you almost get it. I'm sure they're going to, and it already looks like they're going to give the Huskers a big fight, but flag's going to be pulled. One ref saying touchdown. No, it's going to be 3rd down. So 3rd down now for the Huskers as they're going to game plan. So discussing the play there, they're going to spread on out. Looks like we got 55 going off farther way. We got 2 receivers on the left there. They may try doing a short route. It looks like very well 30 close by. She may just go for a fast one as well. Fast one there for 30 based on the opening in the middle. Could see that happening there. So 30. Oh, she's gonna go. Tries to make the one there, it looks like, but Somers is ready there as Harris is able to pull a flag. And now, will the Tuskers be able to do exactly what the Huskers did to the Tuskers on that one? As it's now fourth down, are they gonna be able to hold the Huskers from scoring in just by the goal in their own the Tuskers territory? Will the Tuskers be able to hold it off in their territory? As it's now going to be fourth down. So fourth down now for the Huskers, and it's going to be a bad snap there, and that will do it. It's going to be a turnover on downs. The Tuskers defense shows up there. A phenomenal drive by the defense, end of the drive to hold them off, and the Tuskers are going to allow it to remain a 0-0 game. And as we have a moment, what is the Tuskers' best offensive play options versus Yorktown? And what Coach Desaro said was QB option. QB option is so the option to at least this is what that means in varsity football. It's option of one pass or keep, as that's going to be incomplete for Antonekia there. So the Tuskers lining back up now. It's going to be second down as putting back out there. Antonekia hands it off to Harris, and it's going to be down. Wind up gaining about 2 there. So it's now going to be third down for the Tuskers as Huskers defense showing up there. The one game, their defense is showing up against the one game as well. And they have practice because the Huskers offense is key. Their key so far in this game has been a lot of running, and they've had practice against it. So we'll see. And early when the Tuskers were throwing, that did work well together. So we'll see what they decide to do here as Antonekia back. 21 coming on. It's going to be caught and dropped. Doesn't wind up catching it. And now that's going to make it a fourth down for the Tuskers, as it looks like the punting unit's going to come on as the score remains tied at 0-0. As Schmidberger's punt is up in the air, and it's going to wind up landing right around the 32, and out back comes the Huskers. So Huskers back on the field, lining back up. It looks like now back we have a different quarterback in for the Huskers there. So new quarterback in as goes back, hands it off to number 55. The one game shows up again, but there to grab the flag. They may wind up losing yardage there. That was number 6 of Olivia Wildgrand as that is going to make it a second down now for the Huskers offense. So now second down as the Huskers 25 back to throw. Short pass to number 13. Flag pulled again by Wildgrand, and it's going to be a third down. Number 25 back in his quarterback. She was in before. That's Marcelo. So now third down. Tuskers defense has really been showing up in this one, making it a third down now. As As at the end of the day, Tuskers defense, if they continue playing how they're playing, they played like this coming out of the last game versus Booster. That yeah, their defense has been phenomenal, and we'll see what they're able to do here. But their defense, if they keep this up, this team could get up. This team could improve as this team could continue and get even better there. But it's gonna be third down now. Those of you on YouTube, I apologize, as apparently it's been muted. The flag's going to be pulled out, and it's going to be caught. So second down now after that interception for the Huskers, and as Tuskers head back out, the Huskers head back out there on offense. Back with a handoff to number 14 of the Huskers. Number 14, that is going to be 14 of Wiley there on the one there. So it's going to be now third down. And those of you on local live already heard this. Those of you on YouTube, what plays may we see from Yorktown today? So some plays we may expected to see is the quarterback options and targeting safeties, as we've already seen that a bit today. And a cool fact is these girls did play girls flag football together back in the youth league or against each other. I'm not sure if it was together or against, but they've played some type of fashion together before, and they put back in 2018 in the youth league. So these girls do know we have known each other. Gonna be 8:38 left in the first half, as it's now going to be fourth down. So fourth down now for the Huskers as they're discussing the play and lining back up. Another thing I asked Coach Zaro is, what is the Tuskers' best offensive play option versus Yorktown? She said our QB options, which is basically the same thing as RPOs. It's a handoff there and down around. I think that is gonna be short. Yeah, they're gonna give the first down there. Looks like the Huskers are gonna be given the first down as they get it. It was a close one, but they're given the first down there. And best offensive play options for Yorktown. For Somers against Yorktown, yeah, QB options, basically same thing as RPO and varsity football. Option 2, 1 pass or keep the ball, or hand off the ball. So 30 with it, rolling, and our flag is gonna be pulled white. About It's gonna wind up being a gain of 1 yard there for the Huskers. Still a 0-0 game with 7:13 left in this one, and 0-0. And at this point, we are heading possibly to a tie. So Tuskers did tie earlier this season. Their only ties are 2-5-1 in the year against Peekskill. 0-0 was the score of that game as well. I believe I saw somewhere Peekskill also tied with another team, not 100%, but so they got multiple ties in the season. But maybe the Tuskers, not sure. So back to throw 30. Now is going to keep it. What was her flag? Not able to pull the flag there, but that's going to wind up being incomplete. That's going to make it 3rd and 17. So 3rd and 17 now for the Huskers. So 3rd down now for the Huskers. 30's going to keep it rolling. And the flag is going to be pulled by Becca Lapolis by the Tuskers. And folks, that will be still more than 10 yards to the first down, so it's going to be 4th down now. They are on their side of the field, so you'd like to think that they are going to go for it, but we'll see what the decision is here, as it's now 4th down. 4th down. 30. It looks like they're going for it, and it's gonna be incomplete. Almost slid into Kara's hands, but winds up being incomplete, and it's gonna be another turn. It's gonna be another defensive stop by the Tuskers. The Tuskers are walking and wooling on defense today, stopping a team that was undefeated up till last week. As it is still a scoreless 0-0 game. We will be right back in a moment. So there for the Tuskers, a big gain, and that's going to be a first down as the Tuskers get a big gain. So now first down for the Tuskers. Still a 0-0 game as the Tuskers now moving back down the field. And 0-0 as we're almost at halftime. There's been not a ton of games, especially in the NFL, that has been tied at 0 at halftime, but there was one recently, and there's actually two on the same day. It didn't happen for years, and then there was two on the same day, including one that I went to, Jets Texans, just last year. It was a rainy day at MetLife. Still a blast to go to the game, and it was 0-0, and then the Jets went off in the second half against Texans as Antonekia able to win there. Gonna wind up going back a yard actually, so it's gonna be 2nd and 20 for the Tuskers. And then that crazy Raiders Vikings game happened that day where it wound up being a 3-0 win for the Vikings. So Tuskers are going to line back up now. We got Schmidberger, Persico. We got, I believe that's Wygran far out. Antonekia back to throw. He's going to keep it. And flag is going to be pulled, but it's going to be a big gain as it's going to be right by. It's gonna be 14 yards still to go, but they still got 2 more downs to do it, 14 more. So they may try. They haven't a player they have not found that much today that is good at running and getting the ball down the field is Persico. They may try doing that sooner. She is great at getting the ball down fast, hands off, and receiving. As it's now 3rd down. Antonekia back to throw. Throws it and tries to throw to Schmidberger, Yorktown player there, to go put it to the ground as it's going to be incomplete. So 4th down now. And while we take a moment, looks like we got a timeout. While we take a moment, let's just take a look at Yorktown season. So yeah, Yorktown, of course, undefeated up till last week in a 13-12 close loss to Mayapack as Mayapack wound up taking that one in a 1-point game. Exciting one, but Huskers started off the season winning 33-0 versus Fox Lane. Then they shut out the John Jay 8-0, followed by a 24-6 win against Yonkers. A 41-0 win versus Poughkeepsie, who we tied at 0. The Huskers then beat Panthers 19-0. The Tuskers beat Panthers 20-0 as well. And the Huskers played Greeley and won 21-6. and then they beat John Jay again 20-13. So they were 7-0 and then lost most recently last week to the Huskers, to the John Jay Wolfpack and the Mayapack Wolfpack, who its Huskers play tomorrow in girls varsity lacrosse as well. So tune into that 11 a.m. There's a chance I may be here for that one, but most likely I will not. So it's now going to be 4th down, and it looks like Schmidtberger's on, as the Tuskers are going to punt it away. So 4th down, out to punish Schmidtberger as it comes back, and the ball hits the ground, and arms waving as it's going to now be 1st and 10 for the Huskers as they come back out. And another question I asked Coach D is, when down on the scoreboard, how does she keep her athletes engaged and motivated? So tells them just focusing on the positive of what Tuskers are doing right and staying and working together. Huskers back out on offense now as they're going to line back up. And stay tuned as we approach halftime, as there will be a halftime show when it will be recapping the first half. It's a handoff, number 25. Flag pulled out, number 25 by Becca Lapolis there. Number 25 of Marciello, who goes on the one there. And it's going to be 2nd and 17. As Somers fans cheering loud here. With it, handoff. And it's going to, Huskers are going to be down with about 14 yards to go till the 1st down. So 2nd now and 14 as the Huskers get a one there. And they're lining back up now. Back to throw. It's going to be caught by number 5 of the Huskers. A catch there by the Huskers, but it will be 3rd down now as they still got 5 yards to go. But a caught there. Great job finding receiver number 5 of Mooney there for the Huskers. So 3rd down. It's the pass, and it's going to be incomplete there. Tuskers defense able to not allow anyone to be open there, making it a 3rd down. Now 4th down. So 24 seconds left on the clock until halftime. So 2 seconds left on the clock till halftime. No, 27 seconds left on the clock till halftime, as it looks like Yorktown is going to punt away. And with 27 seconds left, it's not a ton of time, but we'll see if Somers is able to do something fast. Maybe they're going to try to find Persico on a big one, or they could possibly try to do a far throw. You never know. For a Hail Mary, it could be caught as it's going to be taken, flag pulled right before the 20, and with 23 seconds left on this one, let's see what Antonekia and the Tuskers offense have up their sleeve as they come on out. Huskers offense back out there now as discussing the play, and they're going to line up. Spreading out, we got Persico out back. We got Harris in as receiver. Movement for Schmidberger going out far to the right for receiver. We also have, I think that is Goulart, and actually no, number 14 as the handoff to Persico. Flag not pulled yet. Rolling and flag. Persico's flag is going to be pulled with 13.7 seconds left at about the 35. So here the Tuskers are going to need to get some type of big play, and we'll see if they're able to do that before halftime. Tuskers are going to line back up now as got Schmidberger, Persico out there on the right. It's Antonecchia back to throw. Finds Schmidberger, and the flag's going to be pulled, and the clock goes off, and that will do it for the first half. And we will be back after a quick commercial break on YouTube. Local Live will be back in a moment for our halftime show. Watch the Soma Sports Broadcast, where we break down the world of sports.
Back, he throws. There's two defenders on the tight end.
Interview guests. We're here with Coach Packard, who will be interviewing today. Predict upcoming sport games.
To win it 26-23, the Chargers win.
Debate sports.
Who is the best NFL team of all time?
The Cowboys have won 5 Super Bowl titles.
The Patriots, one of the best teams.
Discuss our opinions on the latest in the world of sports.
Alex Bowman. I think he could make it far. He's been impressive.
And much more.
A fumble! This could be game!
I'm with
Nicky Duffy.
Dean Palzall.
I would definitely say DP, Dean Palzolo. He definitely had a great game.
Just a Hail Mary. Will he get it? Bounces off the Bears defenders. Touchdown!
When I first joined last year, you wanted me long distance, but then you threw it to it.
And I think by now we've really proved that we are the most dominant team in Section 1.
It's going to be a pick. Picked off by Miguel Iglesias, and he's going back.
Watch our weekly talk show episodes of the Soma Sports Broadcast. You could find them on YouTube and Spotify. And welcome to our halftime show. Both teams are scoreless as we end the first half and head into halftime. And it's really been a phenomenal game by both teams on defense. And we'll see if they're going to be able to continue. The Tuskers especially have been doing a phenomenal job continuing their dominance with 2 quarters in a row, allowing 2 halves in a row, allowing both opponents to score 0 points, and these are good opponents as well. This Tuskers team has been playing a phenomenal job, especially on defense these last 2 quarters, and on offense as well. Fortunately, this Yorktown defense has shown up, but as well, and the Yorktown defense also has been playing a phenomenal job as well. So, taking a look at half number 1, it was really all the drives. Defense was able to show up and stop the team from scoring. Both teams were able to get down the field, but at the end of the day, 4th down was not either of these teams' friends, as it has not worked out for anyone who has tried to go for a first down so far yet today. And thoughts on the first half? It's been a great old-fashioned, in football you would say, old-fashioned defensive battle. A lot of defense here, and both defenses really came to play in this one. Top 2 teams that in football and most sports around here, they are top, these are the rivalries. This is the rivalry, and we have a close 0-0 game, and Yeah, last time I was at a game when these two teams played, it was varsity football week 1 of the season. Of course, it was week 0 before that, so it was the second game, but the Huskers were one team that played the Tuskers really tough. Tuskers were up 10-0 at halftime, and the Huskers scored 2 unanswered touchdowns, missing both extra points to make a 12-10 lead, and the Tuskers were able to drive down to get a game-winning touchdown, and then to hold the Huskers off to win it at a weird score, 16-12, and that was probably one game that after that one got the Tuskers pumping and moving. DiMatteo after that game, yes, it was a win, but still, he was not happy in the locker room from that performance, as it should have been a more of a game and more of a bigger win by the Tuskers. And since then, the Tuskers have really been able to show up and dominate throughout the season, all the way to the state championship, as they went on to destroy Whitesboro in the state championship, winning 51-27. But yeah, Yorktown, some could say, was the toughest opponent for the Tuskers this past season. Even though there were some that were tougher, the game that really wound up coming to the end was against the Huskers, and that second Harrison game as well. But Huskers were one of them, and most impressive player. I'm getting off topic. Let's get back on topic. So, most impressive player of the first half, I gotta say, got Bekalopoulos getting multiple stops on the Tuskers defense. We got Schmidberger. I'm just gonna say, yeah, Bekalopoulos been having a phenomenal game, but also just the Tuskers defense. Wygrand been doing great on defense as well. But yeah, just the Tuskers entire defense has also been doing a phenomenal job. On the Yorktown side of things, I gotta say the same thing. They have a great running game, but yeah, it's really their defense who has been doing a phenomenal job today for them as well. And we'll see. And it's really probably going to come down to whatever offense is able to figure out the team's defense, trick up the defense to get down the field in the second half. It's probably going to come down to that, decide what team will win. But most impressive play in the first half. That's a tough one. I think that catch by Kaufman to get it in by the to get it like first and goal for the Tuskers, and fortunately they didn't get it in, but it was a great play to set them up for a touchdown there. And what does Somers, let's just say it like this, what do both teams need to do to win this game? They gotta start figuring out the other team's defense, work together, just figure out why they haven't scored yet, figure out the errors and flaws during halftime, and try to figure out a way to get down the field. But we're back from the halftime, and yeah, so back out in the middle of the field as Antonecchia back to throw, finds Harris, movement for Harris, taking it, and a big one there for Harris gives them the first down and more for the Tuskers. A great start for half number 2, as the Tuskers are able to get a big one to start off the second half with Harris. So now first down right by the 20, so 20 yards to go till the next first down. Antonecchia and the Tuskers offense able to line back up now. Movement around. Antonecchia back to throw. It's going to be caught by Kaufman, and flag is going to be pulled out right by number 30, by the 36. That will be the 25-yard line on girls flag football field, 36 on the varsity football field, as that's where they're playing. So now 2nd and 15 for the Tuskers as they line back up. Got Antonecchia in his quarterback. Got Persico out there as the running back. We got Schmidberger out far to the right and out far to the left. I believe that is Goulart. Antonecchia back to throw. Finds Persico there. Still in. Flag still has not been pulled. And they're going to get it. But that's going to be 4 yards to close to the first down. However, now a flag is out. And we'll see what this flag is. And as we have a moment, let's take a look at what plays may Soma scheme up to get the ball down the field in this matchup. So they may scheme up some quick hits and weeding the defense well are some plays. Tuskers may very well scheme up to get down the field. So yeah, quick hits, weeding the defense well. Yeah, that's what the Tuskers are doing good job for it. But yeah, both teams have been doing a great job. Also more on defense, weeding the offense. And that's why it's still a 0-0 game. So handoff to Goulart with it there, and the flag is going to be pulled by the Huskers, making it's going to wind up being second and about 15. They did get the first down there. It's going to be second and 18, but they did get the first down there after the penalty. But it's now going to be second and 18. So they line back up now. Antonecchia back to throw, and it's going to be dropped. Goes through the receiver's hands there as it's going to be dropped by the Tuskers, making it a second down. Third down. So third and 18 now. The Tuskers got to get a big play here in either one of the next two plays. Most likely this play would make the most sense, as they're probably going to punt it next time to get the first down. Back to throw. Antonecchia goes up deep. It's going to be caught by Schmidtberger. That's got to be play of the game, as that will be the first down. Exactly what the Tuskers needed, as a huge play and a huge catch by Julia Schmidtberger to give the Tuskers a first down. It was third and 18, and the Tuskers get the big play to make it the first down. Tuskers discussing on offense. Discussing the play. Antonecchia hands off to, keeps it, fake handoff to, had us all tricked up on that one, as goes up too high there, winds up being incomplete, making a second down. But just take a look at that last play. A phenomenal play and catch by Schmidtberger to get it there, and just, yeah, it's just impressive. That is exactly what the Tuskers needed to do to convert and get that first down, and that's exactly what they did. So great job by them. Back with it now, Antonecchia. And that's going to be incomplete. That's going to make it a third down now for the Tuskers. So Tuskers are going to line back up now. Third down, third and around 18 again. So this is a big play. They can afford to miss, but it would be good if they didn't. As there goes Persico, still in. A flag is going to be pulled. It's going to be fourth and about 11 to go. So now fourth down. Tuskers have worked well together on offense to drive down, and it all comes down to this play. Will they be able to get enough? That it's 10 yards to go till the end zone, and it's either touchdown or bust here, as if they don't get it, it would turn it would be a turnover on downs. So will it be another turnover on downs, or will the Tuskers are gonna be able to get it? Yeah, this touchdown may, based on how this game is going, this touchdown, if they get it, may wind up deciding the game. So we'll see. With 19:36 left in the second half, we'll see if the Tuskers are able to get in here, as still a 0-0 tie in this one, as Antonecchia back to throw, goes up, and it's going to be caught by Schmidtberger. Touchdown, Tuskers! Julia Schmidtberger with a phenomenal catch there. And folks, the Tuskers are going to take a 6-0 lead. How about the Somers Tuskers there on that play, and Julia Schmidberger to get the catch. First score by either team of the game, and we're in the second half. That may wind up being the score that wins the game based on how this game is going, but looks like they're going to go for one here. We got Antonekia, got Goulart out far to the left as Antonekia back to throw, goes up, lines up, going to the ground, and that's going to be incomplete. The Tuskers get the first score of the day just after the start of the second half. 6-0 is the current score. Tuskers lead 6-0. We will be right back in a moment. That's going to be incomplete there by the Huskers, bringing up the second down now. So now second down for the Huskers there. Tuskers have even more momentum going as they are going to line back up now, discussing the play. Back out of the hike. We have 30 in formation as the quarterback. Number 30, that is number 30, Leonardo. Leonardo back with it. Keeps it now a handoff to number 14, and the Tuskers are there to take the flag there. Tuskers defense show up here as it's now going to be a third down for the Yorktown Huskers. Third down and about 8 to go to the first down. Huskers lining back up. Back to throw now. 30. Finds one. Rolling around. And her flag's going to be pulled. That's going to make it a fourth down now. And Tuskers defense showing up again on another drive to hold the Huskers out. Waterstar, and it looks like the punting unit comes on as they're going to punt it away. The Tuskers, after scoring that touchdown, the defense was able to come out and hold off the Huskers from scoring there. Tuskers have been doing just a phenomenal job throughout the day on defense. This is probably the best the defense has looked all season today, going back to the span of the second half of last game as they continue to play very great flag football as defense shows up there, and now out comes the Tuskers offense. And we'll see after the scoring drive, the last scoring from the last drive, we'll see if they're able to extend the lead. Yeah, this is a team that was just undefeated up to last week, and now Yorktown is in danger of losing about 2 in a row. So Tuskers back out there. We got Antonekia. We got Persico back there as the RB. Schmidberger as the white wide receiver as Antonekia back to go. Finds Persico. Persico rolling. Flag is going to be pulled, but a big gain there by the Tuskers. The Somers Tuskers able to gain, pushing it up 5 yards. So 5-yard gain for the Tuskers. That's going to be second and about 10 to go. Huskers lining back up now. Antonekia in formation. Movement for Persico. Handoff. Fake handoff there. Antonekia rolling. Flag is going to be pulled by number 16 there. By the Huskers, making it a third down. Number 16 of the Huskers pulling the flag there. That is number 16 not on the Huskers roster. So it must be a new addition or a jersey switch. So 16 to pull the flag there as it's now 3rd down for the Tuskers. As Tuskers are going to line back up. So Antonekia back with it. Finds Schmidtberger there and a gain there, but it's still not going to be enough for the first down. That's going to be 4th and about 9. So 9 yards to go, and you're in territory. We'll see what they decide here. They very well may go for it, though, as they are close. But if they do, they could punt it and give the Huskers very tough field position, putting them right back up against their end zone. But at the same time, it may, I don't know how the touchback rules apply here, but if it does rule in the end zone, I don't know how that works. It may probably very well would be a touchback, assuming I know that's how football works. But it looks like that will matter as they are going for it. So Tuskers lining back up now, going for it. Antonekia back to throw. Rolling. It's going to be caught and dropped by Kaufman, and it will be another turnover on downs. Tuskers still lead 6-0, 14:52 left in this one, and we will be right back after a quick ad.
Watch the Soma Sports Broadcast, where we break down the world of sports,
Back, he throws. There's 2 defenders on the tight end.
interview guests,
We're here with Coach Packard, who will be interviewing today.
predict upcoming sport games,
To win it 26-23, the Chargers win.
debate sports,
Who is the best NFL team of all time?
The Cowboys have won 5 Super Bowl titles.
The Patriots, one of the best teams.
discuss our opinions on the latest in the world of sports,
Alex Bowman, I think he could make it far. He's been impressive.
and much.
It's gonna be a big one there, but flag is thrown by a big one by number 1. We'll see if they count it there. Came out of the field fast there, and we'll see what the call is here. But number 1 of Yorktown, that is Monaco, who gets the one there. So back pass, it's going to be caught by number 5 there by Huskers, and another first down after the penalty to make it another first down for the Huskers now, driving down the field. So Huskers lining back up now. It's got 25 out there. 25 hands off to number 1 again. There goes number 1 for the Huskers. Rolling, and going to be down about with 11 yards to go. So it'll be 2 and 11 till the end zone. So if you're just getting here, it's been a very defensive game as at halftime we were scoreless. Tuskers able to drive down a couple of drives back to get the first touchdown. It was Julia Smithberger got loose ball there, and it's going to move the Huskers back now. It's going to be 3rd to all said and done. 3rd and 16. 3rd and 16 as Huskers move back, and Soma's defense showing up again here. Will they be able to stop the Huskers from scoring? Huskers lining back up now. Back with it to throw. 20, 25. Low pass, tries to throw it to 55. That's going to be incomplete. So now 4th and 15. This Tuskers defense really showing up, and the final test will be if they're able to stop them here once again. This defense looking the best they have looked all season as they have shown up to play today. Another player that's been doing a great job on defense, the Tuskers, is Harris and Persico. In addition, Wygran, Lapolis, and Schmidtberger also doing great, and the rest of the defense doing great as well. It's back to throw number 25. Goes up, and ball is going to be incomplete, and the Tuskers, it's going to be a turnover on downs. The Somers Tuskers take over. Defense is going to show up again as the Tuskers looking to get win number 3 of the year. They are 11:55 away from hopefully doing it. As now Tuskers discussing the play, and Antonecchia and the Tuskers coming on back on out here. So Antonecchia back to throw. Keeps it now. Rolling still. Gets the first down, and flag's going to be pulled. But it's going to be enough for first down. So it's going to be 1st and 16 for the Tuskers. 1st and 16 for the Tuskers as they're discussing the play and coming on back out. So back out of the Tuskers, got Goulart out there at number 10, off to the left. We got Schmidtberger out far right, in as the wide receiver. We also got Persico out there next, possibly as a running back, as handoff to Persico. Persico taking it, rolling around there, and she's going to maybe wind up gaining 1 yard after that. So it's going to be a 2nd down. On that play, the Yorktown defense looked to see what the Tuskers were doing there and came with a great play, as she could have very well gained more yards, but a great one also. Great game plan by the Tuskers, as fortunately Yorktown came in with a plan for that play. But Tuskers back out there. Antonecchia with it. Back to throw. Caught by Schmidtberger, who is going to be down. Still short of the first down, but a big gain there. But now a flag comes out again on the field. And we'll see who this is on. So as we sort things out, let's take a look. So what did the Tuskers focus on to prepare for this matchup in practice? So they not focusing things on offense. They focused more on defense, preparing for this one, as Huskers are known for their offense, and as shown today. And then they also focused on practicing their flag pulling. So the Tuskers line back up. And I also asked Coach D a question. Is Somers more similar or different compared to Yorktown? And she said that she thinks they're pretty different teams and how they play, their play style. So Tuskers lining back up now is Antonecchia. Fake handoff, back to throw. It's going to wind up being incomplete there. Bringing up a 2nd and 14 for the Tuskers. Back to throw. Antonekia rolling. And it's going to wind up being incomplete there. That's going to make it a third down now for the Tuskers. So third down and 14 as Tuskers. We'll see what they're able to do here as Antonekia and the Tuskers line back up. So 6-0 still the score of this one as Antonekia keeps it now back to throw, and it winds up too far past Schoolar, and it's going to wind up being incomplete. So now it's going to be, with that, a 4th and 14. So 4th down, and as we continue, Tuskers come into this matchup at 2-5-1, but they have played some very good and tough teams. Just taking a look back at their schedule. A second as Antonekia back to throw. It's going to be caught by Kaufman, but her flag is going to be pulled. Ball was tipped, say there, but it was wound up being caught. But yeah, and it's going to be a turnover. Once again, something I've been saying a lot today, a turnover on downs. The Tuskers still leading 6-0. This next drive comes down to, once again, the Tuskers defense, and if they continue playing how they've been playing all day, they just need to continue playing until the clock says 0, and I think if they continue playing how they've been playing all day, Tuskers are going to be able to win this game and shut out the Huskers, which would be an impressive win by the Tuskers. So Huskers back on offense now, lying back up 30 with it. Back to throw. And it's going to be intercepted by Schmidtberger with the interception. Flag still not pulled, and now is going to be pulled right before 2 yards, right before the 20. So what a play by Schmidtberger there on the interception. And the Tuskers are going to take over once again on offense. That is going to help tremendously for the Tuskers. And now with 7:31 left on the clock, it's looking more and more great for the Tuskers as they are now in their territory, as it sets them up in their territory as well as Antonekia and the Tuskers offense back out there. Schmidtberger, Harris off to the left, got Persico far right as Antonekia back to throw. Gonna be too far up of a pass, winds up being incomplete, making it a 2nd down now for the Tuskers. But what an interception. Julia Schmidtberger really has been showing up for the Tuskers in the second half and has been playing phenomenal for the Tuskers. She's been playing phenomenal for the Tuskers throughout the season, getting a lot of great plays, including touchdowns and interceptions throughout the season, and great catches as well. As the Tuskers are going to line back up, Persico now out back as the RB. Schmidtberger out far to the right. No wide receivers on the left, except close towards the middle. As Antonekia back to throw. Finds Persico rolling. Still up, and the flag's going to be pulled with about 5 yards to go till the next first down. So they mark at 3rd and 6 now for the Tuskers. Huskers discussing the play as they are going to line back up now. And it's now 3rd and 6 here as they may try. There's a lot of options of what they could do here. It looks like it looks like it's going to be a throw and play here as multiple receivers out as Antonekia back to throw. It's going to be intercepted by number 14. So if I saw that right, was there a flag out? Looks like there was not, so it's gonna be an interception for the Huskers. Exactly what the Huskers. There is a flag on the Huskers, so I was right. There was a flag. It's gonna be on the Huskers. So the Tuskers, with that penalty against the Huskers, the Tuskers are gonna retain possession as the Tuskers are gonna get another chance. How about that? As with that penalty, the Tuskers will come back out on offense, and they're going to gain some yardage in addition to that, as well as it's now going to be 3rd and 1. So a short one here, or sneak just to get a first down, as it's looking much better now than it did 5 seconds ago for the Tuskers. So Antonekia hands it off to Harris, gets the first down, and did they get the first down? No, they did not. Looked like they did, but they wound up not, as Yorktown static there, as it's now going to be 4th down. So now 4th down there as the Huskers defense shows up there to stop them from getting the yard to the 4th to convert on the 3rd down. Now it's going to be 4th and 1 here. This one, the Tuskers get it. This play would help the Tuskers tremendously if they're able to get this first down with 5:23 left in this one. Antonekia back to throw, gonna be incomplete. And the Huskers, once again, they will be a turnover on downs once again. And with that, still only one drive that has ended in a score in this one, as all the drives in this one besides one have ended in either an incompletion or a punt. And now with 5:15 left, Yorktown Huskers will have another chance, down 6-0, to be able to tie this one up. Back in shotgun, back keeps it. Number 30 rolling, and a flag's gonna be pulled right past 5 yards past. So 30 with it, rolling for the Huskers. Taking it, still rolling, and our flag's going to be pulled. But a big gain there by the Huskers. Again, number 30 been having a great day for the Huskers. Even though their offense hasn't been looking phenomenal, there have been some great sparks that we have seen for big plays, and 30 has been a part of them, of Haley Leonardo. So Leonardo, back to throw, goes up and gonna be caught and dropped by number 1 of the Huskers. That is gonna be Macau. So now 4th down. So another 4th down in this one, as it's gonna be 4th and 7. As the Huskers are gonna line back up. Back with it, back to throw. 30. Laterals, tries to lateral it up. Winds up being incomplete, and it's going to be another turnover on downs. Tuskers defense showed up there once again, and with 3:24 left, Tuskers could really just focus on running out the clock here, as they have the ball, and the clock is in their favor, as and just taking a look back at the Tuskers season. So they start off a loss versus John Jay, 2 losses versus John Jay, and then Horace Greeley. So a rough start to the season, but a big win versus Panis, winning 20-0, and then an even bigger win versus Fox Lane, winning 44-6. phenomenal here. But if they are able to beat this Yorktown team, this would by far be the most impressive win yet. As you take a look at Yorktown's record, they were 7-0 before their last week game, as they're coming off their first win. So now got a Yorktown player down currently, number 5. Let's hope she is okay as we take a knee in a moment. Watch the Soma Sports Broadcast, where we break down the world of sports,
Back, he throws. There's 2 defenders on the tight end.
interview guests,
We're here with Coach Packard, who will be interviewing today.
predict upcoming sport games,
To win it 26-23, the Chargers win.
debate sports,
Who is the best NFL team of all time?
The Cowboys have won 5 Super Bowl titles.
The Patriots, one of the best teams.
discuss our opinions on the latest in the world of sports,
Alex Bowman, I think he could make it far. He's been impressive.
and much more.
A bubble. This could be game.
I'm with
Nikki Duffy.
Dean Palzall. I would definitely say DP, Dean Palzolo. He definitely had a great game.
Just a Hail Mary. Will he get it? Bounces off the Bears defenders. Touchdown.
When I first joined last year, you wanted me long distance, but then you threw it to me.
And I think by now we've really proved that we are the most dominant team in Section 1.
It's going to be a pick. Picked off by Miguel Iglesias, and he's going back.
Watch our weekly talk show episodes of the Soma Sports Broadcast. You could find them on YouTube and Spotify. So now 3rd down for the Tuskers, as luckily those of you on YouTube, number 5 able to get up, and she is okay being helped off. So with it now, Antonekia rolling, and a flag is going to be pulled by number 9. It's going to be now another 4th down for the Tuskers. And we'll see how long they're going to let the clock run here. As, yeah, it's actually going to stop for the 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes left in this one, as discuss a play at 2-minute warning. That's called 2 minutes before half. So we're going to take a moment and yeah, the Tuskers, just looking back on how this game, the key to success of how the Tuskers have looked phenomenal. It's really been the defense, and really has been the defense from beginning to end for the Tuskers. But they're going to punt here, and it's going to back the Huskers up deep here. That's going to roll. And we're going to find out if their touchback will exist in flag football or not. But coming up for both these teams, the next matchup will be on Monday. We have the Huskers, who are taking on Brewster. The Tuskers took on Brewster this past Tuesday, and the Bears did win that one 26-12. But we did shut out the Bears in the second half. So it was 26-0. It was 26-12 at the end. When all said and done, the Tuskers looking phenomenal. And the Tuskers take on Scarsdale as well this Monday in girls varsity football. And yeah, make sure to tune into that. We'll be calling that game off YouTube as well, and most likely just YouTube, as it's on Turf too, so there's going to be no local live. So yeah, so make sure to tune into that, as it's going to be incomplete. So if you want to watch that Tusker Scarsdale game, subscribe to our YouTube or follow our Instagram and Twitter, the Soma Sports Broadcast, as we update you when how to find and what are next when we have stuff like broadcasts coming up or episodes that are officially out. So 2nd down now. Back to throw for the Huskers, 24. That's going to be incomplete. So Tuskers are 1:25 left from taking this one, as another incompletion. That's going to bring up 3rd down now. And if the Tuskers are able to hold on, the Huskers with this loss would have already more losses on this season as they would have last season, as they went 14-1-2 last season in 2024, but they did not play Somers, so this is the first time these teams did play in at least a year. And yeah, the Tuskers have really played the Huskers tough today, as that's gonna bring up a 4th down now. 4th down and 6 to go for the Huskers. And if the Huskers aren't able to get the 1st down here, that basically seals it for the Tuskers. And Tuskers, this would be a huge and great win for them. Yes, they have 2 wins on the season, but the teams they have beat aren't as good as this Yorktown squad. And this win really will make this Tuskers team start to point in the way and a great direction of the season, as still with some of the season left, they still very well may go on a winning streak as the season goes on. As it's number 1, it's gonna be, did they get the 1st down? And yes, it indeed does look like they got the 1st down. So it's not over. It's still most likely over, but it's not over for Yorktown yet, as that is going to be a 1st down now for Yorktown. As back to throw. 25. Going to be caught by 12 there by the Huskers. Number 12 is Mia C. So now back out there. Back to throw. Back 25 with it. Goes up, and it's going to be caught. Taking it. Movement down the field with 55 seconds left. The Huskers hurry up offense as they are trying to tie and maybe possibly win the game. But we'll see, as this game with the Huskers moving down with offense has come down right to the end. It really could be either or, but now 25 with it. Back to throw. Picked off by Julia Schmidberger. That's going to do it for the Tuskers, and that will seal it as the Tuskers with the interception, the game-winning play by the Tuskers. Julia Schmidberger with the interception. But hold on now, it looks like they are going to be, unfortunately, they're going to be calling this one back. It was a great game-winning play, but unfortunately, the refs do call this one back, as it is now back. It is not over yet. So now back with it. 25, back to throw. It's going to be pick taken. Becca Lapalus, that is going to seal it for the Tuskers. And Becca Lapalus, refs signal it official, and that will do it. The Somers Tuskers look to be heading to a huge win in this one. Becca Lapalus with a game-winning pick, and that will do it. What a ending for the Tuskers, as the Huskers are gonna look to lose 2 in a row, and the Tuskers are gonna get a big win if they're able to hold on and run the clock out. But how about these Tuskers? They really showed up to play today, and looks like they're gonna be able to get it done. That's most likely Tuskers are gonna be able to run out the clock. As discussing the play, they are just going to let it run out with the knee, and that is going to do it. The Somers Tuskers are going to take this one in a low-scoring one, 6-0. What a game for the Tuskers, as they are going to get it done. And that is going to seal it. What a game again for the Tuskers. Huskers lose 2 in a row as they fall to 7-2 on the season, and the Tuskers move and get their 3rd win, and by far their most impressive win of the season. But I'm Benny Silk. I want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. The Tuskers are going to take this one. Huskers take this one 6-0. And that is your final score. Thank you for everyone for tuning in. Have a great night, everyone. And Tuskers, again, take this one 6-0. Tuskers over Huskers. Tuskers get it again over the Huskers. Thank you for watching. Have a great night. I'm Benny Silk. Zavi did the camera for tonight. Thank you for watching and have a great night, everyone.